My adopted sister is a timid, obscure 18-line nobody in the entertainment industry. She endured endless bullying, letting others walk all over her without daring to utter a word. It infuriated me so much that I decided to accompany her to a variety show. On the program, I confronted everyone and everything, causing the live broadcast to be forcibly interrupted. And half of the guests ended up in prison because of me. Netizen: sis, we're really scared you might just disappear one day. As if. As the heiress of the wealthiest family, would I be afraid of this? At worst, I can just go back and inherit the family fortune. You want me to record a show with you, in your dreams? Qin Shuyuan, you're doing worse than a dog in the entertainment industry, and you still want to drag me down with you to get scolded. I advise you, instead of selling smiles in front of the camera all day, think about how to squeeze more benefits from your cheap dad. The scraps that fall from his fingers are enough for you to live carefree for a lifetime. The lines of text on the phone screen stung my eyes. Sis, Qin Shuyuan cautiously grabbed my hand holding the phone and called out to me softly. After replying with a fuck off, I immediately blocked and deleted the person labeled as cousin. Just as I was about to return her phone, I accidentally clicked on the Weibo app, which was still open on the private message interface. You attention-seeking bitch, wearing the same outfit as my idol on purpose, why don't you go jump off a building like others do, you cheap slut? Qin, did you like the dead mouse we sent you? If you dare to accidentally fall into a male celebrity's arms again, your whole family will die a horrible death. I heard the one appearing on the show with you is your sister. What kind of decent person could the sister of a green tea bitch be? Can you stop being so disgusting? Seeing this, I laughed. I really am not a good person. As a child, I burned down the family winery while playing with fire. In school, when I was asked for protection money, I beat them all up and sent them to the hospital. As an adult, I escaped from the jaws of crocodiles and giant pythons. When my family forced me to return to the company and cut off my bank card, I sold 3 cars to invest in stocks and never spent another penny of the family's money. My sister, Qin Shuyuan, is the child of my father's comrade in arms. Before the age of 15, she was passed around among relatives, which shaped her into a personality worlds apart from mine. I was the troublemaker who stirred up chaos at home, while she was the well-behaved and sensible one who never caused trouble and always came first in every exam. But I never knew that my sister, who always said she was fine during our calls and reminded me not to get hurt, was actually constantly looked down upon by her own family and harassed by online trolls. The cheap dad my cousin mentioned was completely oblivious, chattering away beside me. You haven't come home for years, always off on some adventure, nearly losing your life. Look at your Uncle Wang's son. Even though his business failed and he lost a villa, at least he was doing something proper. When will you ever let me worry less? The fury in my heart instantly reached its peak, and I snapped back at him. He compensates with 1 building, I invest and earn 3. So other people's children are just better, is that it? It doesn't matter if you don't understand me. But do you even know that my sister, my sister, who had been standing by like a timid quail, quickly grabbed my arm, her eyes half panicked, half pleading. My heart softened, and I abruptly changed what I was about to say. Do you even know that my sister invited me to join her on a variety show? My sister's eyes widened. My dad, I'm going to see whether this circle can crush me, or if I'll turn it upside down. No one can change my decision. My sister only dares to beg me not to reveal our connection to Qin Real Estate, which suits me just fine. On the day of the show recording, the production team required us to make our own way to the filming location. It's hard to get a taxi around here, and my sister refused to drive any of the limited edition sports cars in the garage. In the end, we borrowed the Cherry QQ that our aunt uses for grocery shopping. Head to Happiness is a live reality show where celebrities from the entertainment industry invite ordinary people to participate in the recordings. Each episode lasts for 2 days, with a team leader selected in advance each day to arrange all the activities for that day. At the end of each episode, viewers vote online, and the group with the lowest popularity is eliminated, while new guests are invited to join. The first team leader is designated by the show, and that's my sister. As soon as the car stopped at the entrance of the largest cultural park, the staff swarmed around and started the live stream. On the way, my sister kept going over the itinerary for today's 6 guests with me, where to eat, how to get to the check-in spots. Distracted, she didn't notice the low post beside the car. As soon as she opened the door, it scraped a deep scratch. Damn, Aunt Lee is definitely going to scold me when I return the car, my sister said with a pouty, pitiful expression. Aunt Lee has been with our family for a long time, Practically a second parent to my sister and me. She'd fuss over the tiniest scrape for ages, and in her eyes, driving carelessly is practically a capital offense. I shrugged, signaling there was nothing I could do to help. The livestream comments had a different take on my gesture. So she's admitting this piece of junk car is borrowed. No way, no way. Could an artist really borrow a car for a variety show, scratch it, not fix it, and plan to just return it like that? How is that possible? They earn 2.08 million a day. They're just pulling stunts to grab attention and boost their popularity. Look at how naturally Qin Shuyuan's sister is playing along. She's definitely a drama queen too. I glanced at the comments and looked away. With so many brainless trolls online, I was afraid that directly confronting them might affect my sister's work. The two groups of guests were scattered inside, and my sister and I had to find them ourselves. After walking for a while, I wrapped my arm around my sister's shoulder, leaning lightly against her. I had only recently recovered from my illness, and she looked at me with concern. Sis, are you tired? I pinched her cheek. How could I be? I could carry you and run 800 meters right now without a problem. Suddenly, a few excited screams came from behind me. I turned around and realized that besides the cameraman following me, there were also a few young girls. I waved at them generously. Are you my sister's fans? They all shook their heads in unison. I pushed Qin Shuyuan forward. This is Qin Shuyuan, a talented actress with great acting skills, excellent character, and undeniable charm. Investing in her is definitely worth it. She half covered her face and dragged me along. TCH, a voice filled with disdain and mockery was clearly audible. The woman on the bench to the right was looking in our direction, her expression far from pleasant. That sound was clearly directed at us. I took 2 steps to stand before her. I didn't quite catch what you just said. Care to repeat it? My sister hurried over and gave my hand a gentle squeeze. Sis. This is the second group of guests. The man sitting nearby stood up, holding the woman's hand, and carefully straightened her clothes before greeting the camera. Hello everyone, I'm Zhou Yang, and this is my girlfriend, Lin Mo. My Zhou MOCP, my favorite couple from Heartstrings. Who understands? Folks, I haven't even finished savoring the old sweetness, and they're already serving new sugar. It's endless. Absolutely endless. Who's that woman talking to Momo, acting so arrogant? Like she's about to start a fight. So rude. Momo is a genuine rich second generation, yet she's way more low-key than her. Qin Shuyuan, have you no shame? Back in actor new generation, you pestered Zhou Yang relentlessly, forcing him to quit the show. How dare you appear in the same frame with him again? Huh, she looks so average and still had the nerve to chase Zhou Yang. No wonder they're like sisters, both equally disgusting. What was the production team thinking? Couldn't they have chosen better when inviting people? So unlucky. After greeting the online audience, he turned to my sister and spoke softly. Long time no see. My sister nodded awkwardly. Lin Mo, holding his arm, smiled meaningfully. She deliberately dressed in matching outfits with you. Seems she still misses you. My sister was wearing a white blouse and a black skirt today, while Zhou Yang also had on a white shirt, paired with suit pants. However, this is just the most ordinary color coordination. My gaze swept around the park, and I grinned. So, that means more than half of the people here, from 5 or 6-year-old kids to 70 or 80-year-old grandparents, miss your boyfriend dearly. Momo didn't mean anything else. She's a fashion designer with her own independent brand, so she's just more sensitive about style and coordination, Zhou Yang said, wrapping an arm around Lin Mo's shoulder, his tone tinged with pride. Lin Mo looked at me disdainfully. You're so protective of your sister. But do you know she once chased my boyfriend relentlessly on a show, causing him to drop out midway and miss the chance to star in Director Lee Sen's film? What's with this Qin whatever's attitude? Don't you know what your sister is really like? Defending each other. A love that goes both ways. Oh my god, real couples are the best to ship. If she hadn't dropped out midway, Zhou Yang might have been the best newcomer that year. Qin Shuyuan, how are you ever going to make it up to Zhou Yang? A non-professional winning the championship. There must be some shady business going on. As long as you latch onto a thick enough thigh, forget about winning the championship or best newcomer. Even becoming a best actress wouldn't be a problem. The new generation of actors is a performance competition show. I only watched the final episode, together with my parents. My younger sister won the championship with 4 A-level evaluations. The prize for the champion and runner-up was a campus youth film tailor-made for them by Lee Sen. I had no idea that Zhou Yang, who would be completely unrecognizable in a crowd, also participated, and even had some entanglement with my sister Lin Mo sneered, boldly playing with your phone during a live broadcast, Qin Shuyuan. Didn't you teach your sister how to handle a show? I glanced at the unmoving staff. The production team isn't even bothered. So why are you in such a hurry? Watch less of those imperial dramas. Her eyes widened. What do you mean by that? My younger sister lowered her head, stifling a laugh. What else could it mean? It's a case of the emperor not being anxious. But the eunuch is. 3 years ago, Zhou Yang was even uglier than he is now. His acting was atrocious, and he would cry as if his life depended on it over a scratch on his hand. Such a piece of trash. I glanced sideways at Qin Shuyuan. If she had ever really been interested in Zhou Yang, I could ascend to heaven on the spot. She instantly understood what I meant and shook her head frantically. I'd barely spoken a few words to him. Those videos were all edited. I felt relieved. Zhou Yang put on the victim's face. It's all in the past now. We were all young back then. I cut him off. I just went back and watched your footage. You ranked last in every evaluation, got criticized by the mentors in every class. My sister went from a D level at the start to an all A first place in the final performance. When you dropped out and were interviewed, you implied it was because she confessed to you several times, affecting you and holding you back. I'd like to know how someone at the front can be dragged down by someone behind them. Also, when and where did my sister confess to you? And how exactly did she do it? Go ahead and elaborate. By the way, this show is under constant surveillance, with cameras even in the bedrooms. Surely it wasn't in the bathroom, was it? Zhou Yang's face turned pale, and he stammered, unable to say anything coherent. He only dared to make vague statements, positioning himself as the victim, leaving the rest for the internet to fill in. There was actually nothing like that, right? Everyone knows how reality show editing works. Slow it down, add some background music, and my sister could make even a dog look smitten. Back then, you took advantage of the situation to drop out of the competition, milked the sympathy, and even landed leading roles in 2 web dramas. How exactly did my sister hold you back? Have you ever watched your own performances? You really gave it your all. You didn't even skip the narration in the script, always going on about how you'd give your life for acting. Let's see how you actually improve your craft. I looked at his personal resume I found on Baidu on my phone. Oh, a male guest on a dating show, an emotional observer, the black-faced guy on variety shows, chasing after seniors to fight, a regular on 3 seasons of dating reality shows. I couldn't help but clap my hands. Gold will always shine, but you, a piece of broken glass, just reflect light everywhere. Zhou Yang, Lin Mo loudly defended her boyfriend. Zhou Yang just wants to seize every opportunity to get exposure. Hard work pays off, and there will definitely be a director with a discerning eye who recognizes his talent. I put away my phone. If you really love acting, spend less time putting on a persona in front of others and more time honing your craft behind the scenes. If no scripts come your way, send out your resume. Go to auditions. If you can't land a lead role, aim for a supporting one. Don't always blame the environment. If you want good scripts and big productions, first ask yourself if you're even worthy of them. I recalled Zhou Yang's introduction of her earlier, fashion designer. I took a closer look at her dress, then averted my gaze after 3 seconds. A pink sack wrapped in a layer of cheap lace. My eyes are burning. I changed the subject and asked her, "Did you design that outfit yourself?" She shook her head, full of pride. "Of course, all the clothes I wear are designed by me, one of a kind. If you like them, I can give you a few pieces." She chuckled lightly, her eyes sweeping over me. "Looking at your most ordinary work jumpsuit and those worn-out, mass-market combat boots, they probably cost less than 500 yuan combined, right? At that price, you couldn't even buy one of our family's t-shirts." "Oh right. I still don't know what you do for a living. Can your monthly salary even afford one outfit from my family's brand? Surely you're not still asking your actress sister for money at your age." I smiled faintly. "Money is something I've never lacked since childhood. I'm actually curious about your brand's design philosophy. Is it recycling trash? Having an eco-friendly heart is commendable, but I wouldn't recommend continuing. I just checked your store. The highest sales count is 2, mostly 0. You've perfectly explained unique through self-production and self-consumption. Your production line workers must get vacations measured in months. How nice." The barrage of comments was filled with sarcasm. "Born in '98, I'm hustling alone in Beijing. Porsche, Ferrari, a downtown villa worth 100 million. I'm not trying to show off. I just want to tell you that as long as you're willing to work hard, I can spout any nonsense you want." this girl is hilarious, she doesn't know a thing. Yet here she is discussing design concepts with Momo, Lin Mo's brand. True love has already opened physical stores in France. She could easily live a cushy life as a rich second-generation heiress, but she's both talented and hardworking. How dare Qin Shiyu act like this? Can the production team step in and make these two sisters shut up? I'm sick of seeing their faces. To be honest, Lin Mo's outfit is really ugly. The production team made a move. The cameraman stepped forward 2 paces. Afraid of missing a single word, my sister didn't want me to get scolded, and was so anxious that she pushed me forward, saying, "Sis, let's go find the other 2 guests." Lin Mo refused, grabbing my arm firmly. "Talk design with me." "Fine, I'm determined to make you admit defeat. Do you know Bullied, the youngest chief designer of an international high-end brand? He's collaborating with my brand at the end of the year for a co-designed spring haute couture collection. Don't think you can spout nonsense just because you know a couple of terms, saying you look down on my brand. You're not even worthy of reaching that high." She shouldn't have brought it up. This just happened to hit right where I'm strongest. I held back my restless sister and drawled, "What a coincidence. I happen to know exactly who you're talking about." "Impossible." She instinctively denied me. "She's never been to China." "I never said I met him in China. Besides, I even saved his life once. It was in North America. We met in the forest." She was so reckless in search of inspiration that I got injured saving him. "We went through life and death together and have kept in touch ever since." Lin Mo burst into laughter. "Lies really don't cost a thing. Or are you just recounting your dreams?" "Ha ha ha ha." My sister stood in front of me, like a mother hen protecting her chicks. "My sister would never lie." Lin Mo and Zhou Yang laughed even louder. I took out my phone and directly dialed an international call. Sula's sleep schedule was completely reversed, so I never had to worry about time differences when contacting her. The camera practically pressed against my screen, with the cameraman doing their utmost to control their hand to protect my privacy. Bullet comments flew by rapidly. "I don't believe it. Bullied is my favorite designer. If Qin Shiyu really knows her, I'll shit upside down." "I support you." Upstairs, "She's just lying, lol. I could just call any random female friend in France and claim she's Master Sura, since you can't see her face anyway." Qin Shi Huang. "Need money, send me 50 and when I resurrect the terracotta army, I'll make you all generals." With my chin resting on my sister's head, I lowered my gaze to the phone on speaker. Beep, beep. After 3 rings, the call was disconnected. "Ha ha 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 ha. Can't keep up the act anymore. Did you not pay enough? And the actor you hired refused to cooperate." The slap in the face came as fast as a tornado. If the older sister is like this, her younger sister can't be any better. I now believe Zhou Yang withdrew from the competition because of Qin Shuyuan. The next second, the video call rang out. A woman with brown hair and light eyes appeared on the screen. "Ainsley, I have some good news for you. I'll be going to China in mid-December." The camera moved away from the screen, and Sula's voice echoed in the live stream, fluent French, further confirming her identity. "Ah, Sula. It really is Sula Reed. I'm watching the live stream, so in a way, I'm video chatting with Master Sula." 2. Holy crap, Qin Shiyu wasn't lying. What exactly is her background? I can't find anything about her online. No school, no job, nothing. French student here translating live. Sula is coming to China in December. So what Lin Mo said is also true. Ah, Lin Mo is seriously so amazing. A true role model for women. Sorry, I really can't do a handstand. I take back what I said earlier. I explained to Sula in French that I was currently filming a variety show. She didn't mind at all and even asked me to put her in front of the camera to greet everyone. I asked her, "Did you come here to collaborate with your beloved?" The person on the phone looked confused and spoke in broken Chinese. "Beloved, collaborate? I'm just here to study in China, back in the primeval forest. You told me the legends from the classic of mountains and seas, and I was really interested. I want to learn more about Chinese culture." Lin Mo's triumphant smile froze on her face as she struggled to snatch my phone, wanting to chat with Sula herself. The production team finally spoke up. "Please hurry and join the last 2 guests." On the way, my sister walked with her head held high, occasionally looking at me with starry eyes. Lin Mo huddled in Zhou Yang's arms, crying pitifully. I eagerly reminded her, "Sula told me that someone once used her name to negotiate deals and scam money, so she never actively collaborates with small individual brands." Lin Mo cried even more sorrowfully. The last 2 guests were a pair of cousins. The older sister, Xiaoying, was a stand-up comedian who seemed more socially awkward than a true introvert off stage. while her younger cousin, Bizifin, was quite outgoing and worked as a live streaming sales host. He was very smooth talking, calling everyone brother and sister with ease, but I didn't like him from the moment I first saw him. The 6 of us gathered and took the program team's bus to the restaurant my sister had booked in advance. Lin Mo, who had been quiet the whole way, started causing trouble during the meal. She picked at the dishes on the table with her chopsticks disdainfully. "This meat is so greasy and heavy, how can anyone eat it? And this fish, why is it so fishy?" Zhou Yang helped her peel the shrimp. "Who knows how they ordered these dishes? They're all things we don't like." Bizifin chimed in, "Actually, the shop next door is more famous and has better food. This place really is just average." When Lin Mo and Zhou Yang spoke up, my sister could still hold back, but once Bizifin joined in, she felt she really hadn't planned well and began to fidget uneasily. She stood up, hanging her head in shame. "Maybe I should go out and buy something you all like to eat. I didn't plan this well. I'm sorry." I wiped my mouth with a napkin. "Sit down and keep eating, sis, sit down." I repeated it, and she obediently sat down. I placed a piece of spare ribs in her bowl. Whether it was the choice of restaurant or the dishes on the table, Xu Yuan consulted with you one by one before coming, asking for your opinions. If you didn't like the food or wanted to go somewhere else, you could have said so, but when asked, you either stayed silent or just said, "It's fine, we'll go along with the arrangements." In that case, either find another spot or just eat quietly. We're all adults here, no one's going to baby you. My sister is the team leader today, you can offer suggestions. But don't pick fights, we're here to film a show, not to be your punching bags. Qin Shiyu must be from the streets, acting like some gang leader standing up for her underlings. She probably thinks she looks cool, but it's actually laughable. Who's using her precious sister as a punching bag? It's clearly her own poor planning. Don't blame others for telling the truth. Hurry up and vote for the other 2 groups. As long as they have the lowest popularity, they won't be able to come out and disgust people next time. Perfect timing. Does anyone have any opinions about the arrangements for the popular destinations we're about to visit? Let's hear them. Though she addressed everyone, her eyes were fixed only on Lin Mo. She didn't dare meet my gaze, shifting her eyes away as she tried to win over an ally, targeting Xiaoying, who was silently focused on her meal. "Ying, you don't seem like someone who enjoys exercise much. The distance we'll be walking this afternoon might be too much, and we still have to climb a mountain. Do you think you can keep up?" Xiaoying didn't even look up. "I can." Lin Mo choked for a moment, then pressed on. "It's fine, if you don't want to go, just say so. I can go back with you to rest first." Xiaoying finally raised her head, pushing up the gold-rimmed glasses that had slipped down her nose. "I want to go. I'm quite interested in all the places the team leader arranged." I adjusted my posture, watching Lin Mo with leisurely anticipation. With that movement, my foot seemed to have kicked someone. Sitting across from me was Zhou Yang, who showed no reaction, but Lin Mo suddenly slammed the table and glared fiercely at my sister. "Qin Shuyuan, have you no shame, flirting with my boyfriend in public with all these cameras around?" Her voice was loud, and everyone in the entire restaurant turned to look at us. I didn't, still trying to deny it. "What were you doing with your foot? If I hadn't blocked it, you would have rubbed it against Zhou Yang's leg." "Damn, that's explosive." Qin Shuyuan has such an innocent face, but she's really wild behind the scenes. Can we get a close-up, expose this white lotus and make her leave the industry for good? My expression turned cold, and just as Bizifin was about to lift the tablecloth, I kicked him hard. This was the scene the livestream audience witnessed. My shoe tip nudged Lin Mo's calf, her leg resting on Zhou Yang's knee. Lin Mo belatedly covered the kicked spot. Crying out in pain, I withdrew my foot. "Don't open your mouth like that old wild donkey baring its teeth and braying by the septic tank. Look at what kind of man your boyfriend is before you go around biting people. You. Lin Mo was so angry she couldn't speak. Zhou Yang quickly came to her defense, shouting at me, "Qin Shiyu, you deliberately kicked someone and won't apologize, and your words are so harsh. Watch your manners." I almost laughed. This guy is useless at everything, can't even argue properly. His girlfriend whimpers, and all he can say is, "Watch your manners." I crossed my legs and said, "I have no manners, so what's there to watch? As for you two," I pointed at their still intertwined legs, "as public figures in a public setting with so many cameras around, you should pay more attention to your own words and actions." Although I ship Zhou Mo, and I often rest my legs on my boyfriends too, this isn't a dating show after all. Qin Shiyu's insults are really filthy. I've never heard that one before. Noted, no one can prove that Qin Shuyuan didn't rub against Zhou Yang's leg earlier. I'll say it again, Qin Shuyuan, get out of the entertainment industry, I said slowly. I'm really sorry, but I have a bit of a restless nature. I just love kicking things. Though isn't this perfect? You can take your girlfriend back to the villa to rest first, Lin Mo cried out. No, I insist on going, I shrugged. Go ahead, it's not me who'll be in pain. After spending most of the day visiting 5 attractions and sampling countless local delicacies, we returned to the villa rented by the production team at exactly 6 p.m. We were to stay there overnight and continue filming the next day. My sister had arranged for us to have hot pot for dinner, but Lin Mo, who had already embarrassed herself all day, insisted on making her specialty chicken soup. After that pot of pitch-black concoction was brought to the table, everyone fell silent. I gave a particularly sincere review, a complete package of color, aroma, and flavor, a solid 6. No one dared to take a sip, but Zhou Yang stepped up, took a mouthful, and immediately spat it out. Lin Mo poured out that bowl of chicken soup herself and quietly ate her meal, a hot pot meal, finished in 20 minutes, with basically no conversation. My sister tried twice to liven up the atmosphere, but both attempts failed. Facing a table full of dishes, pots, and pans, Lin Mo pointed at me and my sister. Ying washed all the ingredients, I made the chicken soup, only you two did nothing. So you can do the dishes. I didn't move. All these things were bought by me and my sister. The ones who truly did nothing are the 2 gentlemen here. How could I possibly wash dishes and scrub pots? The kitchen is only for women. In my family, it's always been my mom who clears the table. Bai Zifen was the first to object. I lifted my eyelids. Even if you call me mom, I won't wash the dishes for you. Never done it before. Perfect. Today's the day to learn. A man who can't do chores won't be wanted by anyone except your mom. This guy is truly beyond the Great Wall, along the ancient road, in the fragrant grass sky, really shameless. The kitchen is only for women. Well, I only know one dish, deep-fried corpse chunks. Going to the supermarket was their own idea. The 2 of them went together. What does that have to do with now? Ever since we entered the villa, Qin Shuyuan and Qin Shiyu haven't done a thing. We all ate together, so why shouldn't they help clean up? Qin Shiyu is right, those 2 guys have been waiting to eat from start to finish. They should be the ones cleaning up. I never expected Xia Ying to be so socially anxious in private. The number of words she's spoken so far can be counted on one hand. In the end, Lin Mo helped Zhou Yang and Bai Zifen clean up, which gradually turned into her cleaning alone while the other 2 stood guard like door gods. I pulled Qin Shuyuan to sit down. They're busy, let's not just stand here staring. My sister looked at me blankly. Then what should we do? I stuffed a handful of snacks into her hand. We'll have some dessert after the meal and enjoy this beautiful picture of women farming and weaving. Meanwhile, Xia Ying, who had been silent all along, had already laid down on the sofa with her eyes closed, resting. The final task of the evening was to choose the team leader. I led the other 5 candidates by a significant margin of 3 votes. I waved my hand grandly at the group with their varied expressions. Don't worry, tomorrow's arrangements are guaranteed to be unprecedented and innovative, ensuring a massive boost in popularity for each of you. In the afternoon, I had someone look into the backgrounds of the guests and the production team, and what I found was truly eye-opening. They weren't particularly famous, but they had quite a record of wrongdoing, fraud, drug use, tax evasion, and all sorts of illegal activities. Meeting is fate, and if I don't send them down a flowery path, it would be a disservice to my father's past achievements and the wall full of model taxpayer banners he earned. The next morning, when the bus stopped at the hospital entrance, everyone was stunned. Lin Mo rolled her eyes in annoyance. Qin Shiyu, what are you up to? As the team leader, instead of taking us to breakfast, you bring us to the hospital. Are we going to livestream a physical exam? It's true that your enemy knows you best. Lin Mo could already predict my moves. I snapped my fingers. Bingo. Bai Zifen looked exasperated. Sis, do you own the hospital? We're filming a variety show. If we don't arrange things in advance, the doctors and nurses are busy treating patients and saving lives. Do you think they'll have time to deal with you? The director, who had been silent all along, pulled me aside with a grim expression. Don't joke around. We don't have permission to film in the hospital. I suggest you stick to the normal filming process. I patted his shoulder. Don't worry, director, I've already contacted the hospital. They've specially arranged an area for us to film, and it won't interfere with the hospital's normal operations. I promise you, if there's no highlight, I'll take it as a breach of contract and pay you 4 times the penalty." The director's calculating little eyes darted around several times before he finally nodded, instructing the others to get out of the car. Zhou Yang was the last to step down, wearing a baseball cap. His steps were unsteady, his lips pale, and his hands trembled. Occasionally inside his sleeves I withdrew my gaze, took Qin Shiyuan's hand, and walked into the hospital building. The hospital director is my father's comrade in arms. They get together every year during the new year, and their relationship is very close. Yesterday, I called to explain this situation, and Uncle Dean arranged everything exactly as I requested. 5 nurses led them into separate consultation rooms, and the camera crew following them inside wasn't stopped either. Lin Mo was extremely resistant when she saw the words "plastic surgery department" and refused to go in. "I've never had plastic surgery, so why am I being sent here? Qin Shiyu, are you deliberately trying to smear me?" The first thing I do when I open my eyes in the morning is check out the new entertainment I've found. The entertainment industry really has no lower limit for stupidity. How dare that plastic surgery face claim she's never had work done? Goodness, I can't even tell which part of her face hasn't been touched. To the comment above, Lin Mo's mother is of mixed Chinese and Korean descent, and her father is German. She's also mixed race. Those who spread rumors about her having plastic surgery have already been warned with legal letters. Aren't there a lot of people questioning you online? This is the perfect opportunity for you to shut those marketing accounts up. They can write whatever they want. She turned to run, but I provoked her with my words. "You wouldn't dare let a doctor examine your face, would you? Could it be that you're really artificially made?" She stopped in her tracks, her voice loud but her confidence slightly shaky. Who says that?" I stepped aside to make way for her. "Then, after you." As soon as the doctor's hand touched her face, she let out a sharp cry, covering her chin and shrinking back. The doctor, however, stood up and walked over to her, examining her carefully for a long while before finally sitting back down in the chair. "Your face has been moved too frequently, and some areas haven't healed properly, leading to inflammation. The jawbone is the most severe. It's already festering inside and needs immediate repair." Lin Mo stiffened her neck and shouted, "What kind of quack doctor is this, spouting nonsense? Did Qin Shiyu pay you to ruin me on purpose?" The doctor didn't indulge her. "I performed your eye surgery 3 years ago, and now that you've switched hospitals, you don't recognize me." "I remember you. You're from Jiamusi, a fellow townsman of my wife, my internet assistants. Go find out what's really going on with Lin Mo." A gossip account dug up the details. Lin Mo, originally named Lin Saixia, is a native Chinese. She graduated from a beauty and hairdressing technical school, and her parents are farmers. Includes a high school graduation photo. A rich second-generation, overseas returned fashion designer. Triracial heritage, high-tech facial reconstruction surgery. Wait a minute, why does her pre-surgery face look somewhat familiar to me? My mom once joined her in a multi-level marketing scheme, selling beauty products as an agent, and lost 300,000 yuan. Isn't this just a pyramid scheme, leader? The bar for the entertainment industry is really low. Can the government step in and regulate this? Everyone should check out Zhou Yang. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Ha 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 ha. The marketing accounts were hired by me. After graduating, Lin Mo worked at a hair salon just as the wave of micro-businesses was rising. She made a fortune by collecting agent fees and then disappeared, changing her appearance and identity to thrive in a new life. Not only did she transform into an enviable rich second-generation figure, but she also rode the chaotic winds of the entertainment industry to amass over 5 million followers outside. The commotion grew louder, with Zhou Yang's voice blending into the noise. I glanced at Lin Mo slumped in the chair, then turned and left to catch the next act of the drama. In the hallway, a student-like boy pointed at Zhou Yang and complained to the nurse. I really saw him steal my urine with my own eyes. The nurse's expression grew even more complicated, confused, astonished, her facial muscles twitching intensely. "What's going on? Why are you on this floor? And how was your urine stolen?" Ha 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 ha. My mom asked me why I was laughing so loud. I said there's an actor stealing someone else's pee. She said I'm crazy. Who's really crazy here? Ha 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 ha. I'm putting it out there. If this variety show isn't scripted, I'll eat dog food for a month. This is too wild. The guy looked utterly wronged. The bathroom downstairs was too crowded, so I came up here. After I finished, I left my phone inside. so I just casually put the test tube on the rack. When I came out, I saw this guy pouring my urine into his own test tube. Holy shit. He must have some infectious disease and that's why he doesn't dare get tested. As he said this, he abruptly took 2 steps back, putting distance between himself and Zhou Yang, then started jumping up and down and shaking his body. Terrified of catching something, Zhou Yang clenched his fists, doing his utmost to restrain himself and avoid further embarrassment. However, he quickly adjusted after taking a few deep breaths, facing the camera with a look of helplessness. As everyone knows, there are some misunderstandings between me and Qin Shuyuan. I'm just worried that someone with ill intentions might use the urine test to escalate the conflict between us and do something irreparable. With just a few casual words from him, the direction of the live chat comments shifted. Zhou Yang isn't wrong. What if the 2 sisters bribe a doctor or nurse to tamper with the urine test results, like falsely accusing him of taking drugs? That would ruin Zhou Yang. Remember that athlete whose career was destroyed because of a rigged drug test? Holy shit. The person upstairs might have hit the nail on the head. Everyone, let's not jump to conspiracy theories. Okay, this is a variety show. They're following a script, and the audience is just here for fun. Heading Toward Happiness is currently the most talked about show across the entire internet. This is exactly the effect they're aiming for. I was about to speak up when the young nurse beside me, hearing his words, grew displeased. We are a legitimate grade A hospital, and we absolutely do not tolerate such things happening here. If you insist on distrusting our hospital, that's fine. Coincidentally, our hospital is collaborating with authorities today for a drug test. Surely you won't suspect that could be tampered with either. A few people emerged from the consultation room, one of them holding a video camera. Without hesitation, they swiftly snipped a small lock of Zhou Yang's hair. By the time Zhou Yang realized what was happening, his hair had already been placed into the testing device. He reached out to snatch it back but was blocked by 2 people panting heavily, his eyes bloodshot, his body trembling violently. He said, "You're violating my human rights, I'll sue you." They took out their credentials and held them in front of Zhou Yang's eyes. Zhou Yang's voice grew weak, his lips quivering. I dyed my hair half a month ago. The results definitely won't be accurate." The barrage exploded. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. I've been proven wrong. The show crew is actually playing for real. The chaotic show crew, we really don't know anything at all. Does Zhou Yang know what he's saying? Isn't this just an indirect admission that he took the medicine? Who would have thought? An outdoor reality show turned into a legal education drama. So Lin Mo's case is real too. No wonder they're a couple. One's a drug addict, the other's a fraudster. I wonder if the remaining 3 have issues too. Let's watch and cherish this while we can. Who knows when the live stream might get shut down. Drug addicts deserve to die. My whole family are police officers except me. I stand firmly against gambling, drugs, and all vices. Just a gentle question. What about you, sister? Me. I'm a forensic pathologist. Salute to your whole family. Half an hour later, Zhou Yang's blood, hair, including head hair and armpit hair, and urine test results all came back positive. We have received a real name report. Please come with us. We have received a real name report. You are suspected of involvement in multiple fraud cases. Please come with me. After they had each completed their respective checkup items, what they saw was the receding figures of Lin Mo and Zhou Yang being taken away together. The 3 of them stood there with blank expressions. Bai Zifen blurted out, "Is this some kind of cosplay?" Among the countless bullet comments, there was one particularly fitting response. "Brother, it's all about the handcuffs, no play. They've really been taken away. Should we keep filming?" In the hospital corridor, Bai Zifen chased after the director, whose face was etched with weariness, and asked. The director wiped his face, his back hunched as if he had aged 10 years in an instant. "You ask me, but who should I ask?" I pulled the dazed Qin Shuyuan into the restroom. After turning off our microphones and making sure no one else was around, I asked her, Yuan, is there something you're hiding from me?" She instinctively shook her head, but under my gaze, her movements slowed. In the end, she averted her eyes. Unable to meet my gaze yesterday at noon, I overheard her talking on the phone with someone, who said, "It's not too late for you to bow your head to me now." So I investigated everyone. She remained silent. I leaned down, gripping her shoulders with both hands and applying a slight pressure, forcing her to meet my eyes. Her eyes quickly welled up with tears, her lips pressed together, pupils trembling slightly. "Sis," in a daze, I was transported back to the past. Not long after my dad had brought her home. She had been bullied outside but was too afraid to tell us, fearing we would see her as a burden and send her away again. It wasn't until I accidentally saw the various scars on her body that she finally opened up and told us how much she had suffered. I sighed softly. Yuan, your biological parents were comrades in arms and close friends of our dad, and now, even though we're not related by blood, we're on the same household register. That means we're family. Besides us, there's Director Zhao, chiefly, they are all the support your parents left for you. You've never been alone. If you get bullied outside, you should come home and tell us. Let the adults stand up for you. That's what family means. If my legs were broken and I could never walk again, never do what I love most, would you feel sad for me? Her grip on my arm tightened, tears falling in large drops. I held her close, my heart aching. So when you suffer and don't tell me or Dad, we feel just as sad, she cried for a long time, and after slowly calming down, she took out her phone and dialed the second contact in her address book. Dad, the vice president of Star Motion Entertainment has been harassing me for a long time. He forced me to be his mistress, or he would blacklist me forever. I heard a relieved sigh. Dad knows. Don't be afraid, Dad will help you solve this. As soon as the call ended, the director hurried over. The live stream was cut off, and Fruit Video has taken down our show. As soon as he finished speaking, the phone in his hand rang again. What, Penguin Video? It can go live right now. 5 minutes later, Heading for Happiness resumed its live broadcast, but it had already switched to a different platform. In my lifetime, I actually witnessed a variety show switching broadcasters live. Does Heading for Happiness have such strong backing? Then why not invite some top-tier celebrities? How solid the backing of Heading Towards Happiness is, I don't know, but Qin Shiyu and Qin Shiyuan's backing is definitely solid. They are the heiresses of Qin real estate. With a thunderous roar from the sky, this old servant makes a dazzling entrance. The trending topics on Weibo are updating in real time. Hashtag everything but gender is fake. Hashtag Lin Saisha's pyramid scheme. Hashtag Zhou Yang takes medicine. Hashtag let's go for happiness. Live broadcast interrupted. Hashtag Penguin Video crashed. Hashtag Qin real estate official blog posts group photo. Hashtag heading to prison. Hashtag without the star power of A-list celebrities. Heading to Happiness has taken the internet by storm in an unexpected way. The bus stopped in front of Ziffin's company. The words Great White Shark Network Technology Co., Limited, stood tall on the rooftop. The cost of starting this company, which now employed 100 people, was just a small fraction of what he earned from 3 months of live streaming. There are 2 sports cars in the garage. I'll take you to see them in a bit. He kept flaunting his wealth. Even the least qualified of my employees holds at least a bachelor's degree, and most of them are postgraduates. Ha ha ha, I guess the point of studying is just to work for us bad students like me. But he soon couldn't laugh anymore. The transparent office was surrounded by employees, with 2 tax inspectors in blue uniforms waiting for him. The cardboard boxes and computers had already been packed up. Your company is suspected of massive tax evasion. Please come with us. Ziffin's smile was still frozen on his face as he was taken away right after the broadcast started. The show's guest list is running dangerously low. Didn't anyone notice there's a second live stream link under the video? Go check it out. Xingdong Entertainment got raided too. Their vice president tried disguising as a janitor and still got caught. Ha 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 ha, I saw it. When they arrested him, he actually asked how they could tell he wasn't a woman. I'm dying laughing. Was all of this arranged by Qin Shiyu? What a ruthless player. One strike after another, each one landing someone in jail. How dare you call my sister by her full name? Your favorite idol will be the next one to get cut. Sis, my one and only sis, can you ask Dad to fund a variety show for you? You can be the host, exposing those who deny their plastic surgery, checking celebrities and influencers' taxes, and cracking down on illegal activities like gambling and drugs. I've even thought of a name for it. Let's call it the King of Hell's Roll Call. The King of Hell's Roll Call quickly became a hit among netizens, soaring straight to the top of the trending charts. Apart from my sister and me, the only survivor, Xiaoying, was just an ordinary office worker. She only brought Ziffin onto the show because she couldn't say no to her grandmother. The people have been cleared out. No, I mean the guests have mostly left. So the recording of the first episode can wrap up. I waved at the camera and said, no matter what industry you're in, always abide by the law and regulations. I wish everyone to always be harmless to society. We'll meet again if fate allows. The first episode of Heading Toward Happiness could be said to have ended in a rush, but the heated discussions online continued unabated. The director wanted to continue recording, but there was simply no way to invite any guests. My sister got the script she wanted and immediately flew off to work. As for me, I was brewing something big. A week later, #It's Your Turn hashtag suddenly trended on the hot search list. Various official bodies and film associations, together with the director team of Let's Go for Joy, launched a program called It's Your Turn, 15 minutes per episode, released monthly. Each episode features 6 guests from various industries, including but not limited to artists, directors, streamers, editors, agents, athletes, and key personnel from major associations. 3 are designated by the person being investigated, and 3 are selected by netizens through voting, with occasional surprise checks on previously qualified guests. As the action officer for It's Your Turn, I will announce the list of invited guests for the first episode on Big Eye at director Zhang Zhenyu, designated by Zhou Yang, at supermodel Su Beibei, designated by Lin Mo, at top live streamer Lin Jiayuan, designated by Bai Zifan. The remaining 3 spots are waiting for you to choose. This Weibo post instantly gained me another 1,000,000 followers, with comments quickly surpassing 1,000. Sis, my sis who quietly pulls off big moves, you really dare to do a show like this. I'm willing to pay for your membership for life. Woo woo, pick me, pick me. I've had 8 idol crushes crumble. This time I want the state to vet them for me. At rapper Ding Yao, I vote for. At actor Hu Hongjun, who debuted with 0 scandals. At agent Wang Peiyun must be hiding something. Investigate her for me. I'll give you a number, 3 minutes, investigate every top official in the sports associations. After hearing the story above, what are your thoughts? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments section. Looking forward to hearing from you. If you liked this story, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.